Good morning, guys. I just woke up. It's 1 p.m.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
I will sleep as long as my body will allow me. Anyways, I don't know what drastic thing happened, but I was 187 last night and now I'm 181.
Wait, what?
Although I'm looking right now, right? I'm doing like a little thing to check to see how I'm looking, and I'm looking pretty fucking lean. Here, I'll show you guys. So here's the physique. Belly hair to its maximum because I'm a lazy cunt. Lighting isn't as good as it can be, so put that into factors. But this is how we're looking. Pretty fucking lean, right? I don't know how my quads are looking, but probably relatively decent, right? Yeah, there you have it. I am 181 as of today. 187 yesterday morning to 181. I don't know what happened, honestly. I think I just caught myself at a low. Yeah, there you have it. You know, cutting weight and shit.
So here's what's kind of been keeping me relatively alive. I've had a couple water substitute drinks in order to just kind of hopefully make me feel like I'm dying less. First off, tea. The downside with tea is that it kind of makes my tummy feel weird. I don't know why. It kind of makes me feel like I'm gonna throw up. I've kind of backed off a little bit. I don't know why it does that. Both the flavored tea here and the melatonin tea has just kind of given me that weird, like, sick feeling. It would be nice to be able to add honey and stuff, but I can't do that because show prep. So there's that. This one, Diet Blueberry Arizona Tea. It's like a really light flavored, watered down Arizona tea with like a hint of blueberry. That's kind of how you could think about it. Array of sparkling waters. This one is absolutely goated. 84 cents a piece. I drink one of these a day. Very, very helpful. That burping sensation, dude, it keeps me alive. And a close second, this shit is magical. Ah, I love it. Legitimately helps me a lot. And you know, whenever I'm craving something, my cheat meal, my cheat to myself is like, fuck it, dude, I'm gonna have a sparkling water. That's right, bitch. Fuck this nutrition plan bullshit. Fuck the show. I'm gonna drink my sparkling water and an Arctic Frost water additive thing instead of being like, all right, time to eat 7,000 calories. So it's legitimately worked out. I definitely think you should look into that. If you like coffee, you can do coffee. I've kind of just stayed away from coffee. It's kind of starting to stay away from tea a little bit. I don't know why it's making me feel funny, but these two right here are goated. Oh, look at that, spinach in my tooth, my bad. Goated, try them out if you want to. My friend uses this one. This is a little bit more sweet. It kind of fuels my sweet tooth. It doesn't fuel my sweet tooth, it like activates my sweet tooth, so I kind of stay away from that one. This one is like electrolytes and kind of, I don't want to say stronger, but like saltier, so it like isn't as sweet. Anyways, give it a shot. All right, guys, we're at the Sahara West Library. I fucking got my book, dude. That shit was cake. This library's big as hell. Did you know you need an address to get a library card? I had no idea.
So I got my book. It's called The Fifth Wave, and I don't even know really what it's about. I know it's some sort of post-apocalyptic, badass sort of like survived wave alien thing. And I was talking to the customer service lady because I was like, yo, how do I check this out? And she's like, dude, this guy's a fucking idiot. Which, you know, valid. Anyways, how fast do you typically go through a book? She said, the book you're holding would probably take me about 3.5 hours. And my jaw literally dropped. Keep in mind, she's like 70, and I fully believe her. She has no reason to lie. Like, wow, you're gonna flex to a 22-year-old? No. Like, I think she was just being genuine. That would take her 4 hours. What? She said she reads about 100 pages an hour, and I'm like, good Lord, is that a skill or is that like genetic? I was expecting her to be like, well, I read quite religiously, so I've developed the speed reading skill. Nah, her ass said it's probably genetic. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, my son reads fast too. I'm like, all right, well, so I'm basically fucked. I don't believe that's true though. Because if you read all the time, constantly, you're gonna improve at reading, you know? One, the comprehension, and two, just like the ability to read things smoother. You know, maybe I'll never be on her insane 100 pages an hour speed, but I guarantee I'm like 1 page every 3 minutes, you know? If I continue with it, I assume it'll go from like 3 to 2 to like maybe 1.5, you know? 60 pages an hour would be pretty rad. There's a whole category of book called young adult books, which I think are just easier to comprehend. That shit's fire. I have a whole list of books that I could read next. All right, time to do my set though. I already did my first one and now I'm stalling. I was supposed to do my set and then yap. I can get 10. Okay. You know how progressive overload is really important for muscle growth? Is it the same for muscle retention? Because when you're in a deficit, your energy is lower, your strength is down drastically. So how can you be expected to move the same weight? Catch bulking boogie, BB. Catch BB doing this shit. I got 18 reps easy, probably. Me right now? Hell no, absolutely not. I felt my quads being tired walking in here. That's the kind of where I'm at right now. The recovery's practically gone. I'm just here to be here, try to keep the current muscle I have and kick ass with cardio, because working out is one of the best cardio sources ever. And then add 30 minutes of Stairmaster to that bitch, boom, you're shredded. Unless you eat like a loser, then you're not shredded. I was debating whether I should consume a ridiculous amount of caffeine in order to have relatively decent gym sessions due to the lack of carbs and lack of calories and all that shit. And then I realized, caffeine, well, yeah, it's rad. It's only gonna do so much. Let's say I double scoop my pre-workout, but have a bad attitude. Oh, I forgot to lower the weight. And I come in here and I'm moping. And I'm like, yeah, I feel so weak. And just bitching. I'm gonna have a bad lift. Whether it's true or not, whether I'm like gassed and super tired, doesn't matter. If I'm telling myself like I'm gonna have a bad lift, doesn't matter how much caffeine I consume. I'm gonna have a bad lift. Now let's say I do one scoop and the best goddamn attitude possible. I guarantee you I'll have a way better lift. Pure mental is what determines your quality of lift, I swear, within reason. Obviously, I think if I had a good attitude and a fuck ton of calories, I bet I'd have a lot better of a lift, but you get what I'm saying. Sports psychology is real. Whew. 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come on. Nope. 12. Frig. Ugh. So I wrote my meal plan. I was all excited and shit. I was doing it while I was doing cardio last night. Here's the macro breakdown. On my carb load days, it will be split between 5 meals. Oh, I deleted my overall because I readjusted the calories. Fuck me. Hold up, I could chat GPT it real quick. Give me 20 seconds. Editor, cut this out. So my carb load days are gonna be 3,300 calories, 202 grams of protein, 34 grams of fat, and a whopping 506 grams of carbs. More than 5 times the amount of carbs I'm eating every day. Almost 10 times the amount of carbs I'm eating a day. And that's gonna be for 2 days. And then one day it'll probably be like 300 grams of carbs. Oh yeah. And then the water intake is gonna be normal, leading up all the way during the carb load. And then the day after and the next day are gonna be very minimal water. Only what's necessary, basically. So we're gonna be drinking like sub 16 ounces of water that day. In comparison, I'm drinking 2 gallons a day. So we're gonna get full and we're gonna get dry. And if it works out, hopefully so if I do that, I don't know, it'll be like Thursday or some shit, I'll look the best I've ever looked in my entire life. We'll see. I'm actually very excited. I might be encouraged enough to shave my freaking stomach. Ugh. Hardest lift of the day. Dare I say hardest lift of the entire workout split. It's definitely in the running for top 3. What would even come second? Barbell rows, maybe? I don't know. Squat. But these are after squats, so it makes it even harder. All right. Starburst socks give me strength. I can get 14, come on. Oh my God, damn it. So remember in my intro when I was talking about how it's kind of more freaky lean than normal, and I like noticed the difference. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm gonna re-mention it. The only thing I switched was I replaced my cauliflower and my turkey bacon with the tortilla, with my low carb tortilla for my last meal. And I'm wondering if the cauliflower, because I think the cauliflower is kind of fucking with my digestion a little bit, like genuinely, which is so weird. So, because it was the same amount of calories. I switched it so like no calories were altered. So maybe that's a shout. Maybe I need to drop the cauliflower a little bit. But also keep in mind, I went from 187 to 181. You're telling me half a bag of cauliflower was the cause for 6 pounds of fucking something? And obviously that's weight fluctuation with the scale, obviously. But I was definitely noticeably leaner today. So I don't know. Something weird's happening. I've been stuck at that 185, 187 mark for a while. So to plummet like that is kind of crazy. I'm stalling. I have to start my timer. Fuck. Whoop. I feel like I don't often show off my quads on leg day or like in general, even though I feel like I have pretty decent quads. I always make the excuse that when they're pumped that it's harder to show them off, which I still believe, but I might as well show them off a little bit. Like right now, I'm flexing them, but they ain't moving. I'm noticing a little bit of striation though, like right here. If you can see it, I got some right here too. I don't know if those are veins or striations. It's one of the two. Nothing crazy deep yet. But you got them on both quads. I've never seen that before. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but my separation is so shit right now because they're pumped out of their mind. And they're also really hard to flex. Legs are looking decent though. Yeah, I'm getting the cross veins as well, which is cool. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? You can see the calf striations though. Those will never go away. I have them bitches when I'm bulking. Yeah, here's the quads. A little quad update, a little quad preview. Oof. Maybe I can get a thumbnail here. Oof. I'll have to retry after cardio when the blood flow is a little less. Okay.